So you get this call in this distinctive voice.
Yeah.
And what did this voice say?
Back in high school. Uh, she is a woman with a very froggy, kind of heavy voice. And she said, I'm calling you because I know you're a dyke. And I said, okay. And then I said, how did you get my phone number? She said, out the dyke directory. And I was like, is there such a thing as a dyke directory? And I asked one of my friends, and at the time there was not. I'm not even sure if there's one today. And she demanded that I meet her at the bowling alley. We got the phone. Of course, I didn't go, but apparently she did because she knew I didn't come. She called back again. Why weren't you there? I laugh at those moments because now that I'm older and I could, review it, I think that was just a curious girl trying to, summons me to a location to basically pursue me.
I was always told, when I was boxing, I was told fear is something that you give to your opponents to use to manipulate you into a position of weakness.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that happened. I know it happened to a lot of guys. A lot of my gay male friends in high school were bullied and even in the hallway kind of punched around with guys they were having undercover relationships with. Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, nobody did that. I'm Michelle. Come on now. That would just be dumb. No, nobody was that stupid.
If you're gonna run from somebody, run from me.
Yeah, no, I didn't have to deal with anything like that.
Okay, what if you're dealing with a young girl, say about Nicholas's age, and she's having
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
She's having some of these feelings and thoughts. And what do you say to a young lady about 13?
Find someone to talk to that's open, Don't just hold all that in, Find a person with a good head that's open to give you good advice and talk it out because it could drive you crazy.
Why didn't it drive you crazy? I know you're Michelle, but
I'm Michelle.
But beyond you being Michelle,
I don't know. I don't have a lot of answers. That's something that I will have to work with and, on. I don't know.
Number one, you do have answers. It probably subconsciously,
yeah.
You have them, and during this project, we're going to find out what they are.
Oh, we are. I could tell. All these tears.
Sorry, it's got to come out. Well, let's take that question over again.
Mm-hmm.
Where was your strength? Where did you find it? How did you make it through?
I stayed true to myself. I love myself enough to stay true to myself.
So that's what you would tell 13-year-old.
Gotta love yourself. And you're okay. Don't let anybody fool you. What I learned as I got older, all those judgmental people that focused on everybody else's life had all kind of crap going on in theirs. So a lot of times they project. And if you realize that, you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
I think George Bernard Shaw said that all criticism, all criticism is autobiographical.
Mm-hmm. I
We're
believe
all
it.
projecting with all of that.
And once you understand that, it becomes like water.
Let me ask you this question. When you hear about some of the bullying that's going on with lesbian and gay students, I was thinking about a few years ago, there was this honor student at Princeton, and his roommate outed him, and he threw himself off the George Washington Bridge in New York.
Yeah.
And we don't see them as frequently, but we still see them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think when you see these, when you hear news about these suicides?
It's so sad to me, and how painful and dark that experience must have been. That was never an option for me, so I can't totally tap into it. It never was an option, but it hurts my heart.
But do you know friends or know people who've done this?
I may. They never shared it with me. I may. Because I do know a lot of people. But I don't remember anybody sharing a story with me of attempt to of suicide because they were gay. I know people attempted for other reasons. They weren't gay though. But yeah.
Most pain that you were ever in, and how'd you get through in this journey? What was the most painful time?
What part? Being gay or being black or being a woman?
Being gay. Black, it's basically, you get smacked on the butt. When you come into the world, it's pretty painful.
Yeah. Being gay, painful. When I was in high school, I thought I had these really good friends. And the minute they found out I was gay, they went their way. Perhaps that was painful and I didn't deal with it.
How old were you?
High school.
How old were you?
Technically not high school. Right out of high school. So
18.
19.
19. What kinds of friends were they?
Apparently not friends. People I hung out with, I had a lot of fun with them.
And they just cut you off? Did they confront you, or?
No. One particular one I remember. One of my ex partners exposed me in front of a friend, and they couldn't believe it because apparently at one point in my life I talked negative about it to distract people away from me.
This was part of the price you had to pay.
Yeah.
So and you kept paying this price until 20 years ago?
Which price you talking?
Denigrating people to sort of misdirect attention away from.
I stopped that long time ago because I realized how painful that was. How it wasn't fair, so I just didn't say anything.
So people could say something about a lesbian or gay person in a professional setting or whatnot, and you just let that go.
I'll let it go. Remove myself. I remember I was at work and one of the guys go, "Yeah, the girl in Parks is a carpet muncher."
A what?
Carpet muncher? Something like that. He's a lesbian, I guess that's what it meant. But in 2014, I hired a painter, and my wife came in, and he figured we were lovers. I don't talk about my personal life to people that work for me. And he said, yeah, my daughter is a lesbian, and she wanted some money, and I told her, I'm not going to give you anything, let that woman until you get that hair out your throat. That's right. And I said, well, if you were smart, you would have some hair in your throat. He couldn't believe it. So things change.
This will be cut.
No. I think it's good.
This
Don't you think it's good?
I like that.
I think it's good. Don't you think it's good?
It's hilarious. Okay, we're going to get the other B-roll from... We're working on the book together. Mm-hmm. Working on the blog and the website.
Yes.
How do you see your role? And how do you see it evolving as we move ahead?
I just want to share my life, and that's why I get Caitlin. Everybody's here for a reason. You just got to figure it out. And I'm willing to put myself out there to help other people. I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. This is a better time. And if my story can help somebody, I'm here.
But you're a triple threat.
I am a woman, I am black, I am lesbian.
Is this a narrow audience that you're trying to reach, or is this a broader audience that you're
I think it's huge. First of all, I'm going to deal with being black, and that's all of us. not just being a woman, just being black man and women. Number two, there's an audience of being a woman, not just black women, all women. And then there's another audience, being a lesbian, not just black lesbians, all lesbians. So I think the audience is pretty huge.